Hi viewers, welcome to our YouTube channel. So today we are going to discuss about a lesson of 7th standard state syllabus. So the lesson name goes the town mouse and the country mouse. So what does the town mouse and the country mouse is all about? So firstly in the textbook, if you see if we observe, we have two pictures given here. Look at these two pictures and answer the questions that follow. So in the textbook they also gave some three questionnaires. Write the difference you notice between the things you see in the two pictures. So what is the difference in these two pictures? One looks like a village and one looks like a city. Okay, rather I'm saying town in the sense like city, and country is like a village. Okay, uh, where do you think life is peaceful and then why? Okay, so looking these two pictures, where do you think whether living in the village is perfect or living in the city is good? So you have to create your own answers now. And how, and we also have other question like, do animals feel the same like you? If you choose to be living in the village, if you like to answer about the village, then what is difference, like why not in the city and why in the village? So this is how it goes. Okay, so the questionnaires are like you have to choose your answers by yourself. If you are choosing village, then why? If you're choosing city, then why? Do you think the animals also willing to live as of you think? If you think if it is a city, then do you think the animal also wants to live in city? So these three questions are just oral discussion. You can just go with your friends and have a little discussion about it, so the oral conversation will be increasing. Okay, if you keep on talking about the place, about the city or about the village, the opinion of yours will be explained in English, right? So you will be knowing more about it. Maybe one of your friend might choose city or you might choose village, so you will have a different answers and you will know better conversation. So let us look into the lesson. Okay, turn on to the page. So here what happens, this town mouse and the country mouse. So one day, once upon a time, what happens, two mouse and the country mouse were cousins. Okay, the town mouse and the country mouse, town in the sense city, okay, and the country in the sense village. So they used to live, they used to have a cousin in the village. They often tried to each other. One day the country mouse got this letter from his cousin. So here we have a letter. uh, it's very simple letter. A cousin is writing about him. Okay, so the letter is all about, dear cousin, I have been ill with cough and my doctor feels I need a holiday. Okay, he has advised me to spend a week in the countryside. So here the country in the sense it's a village. Okay, may I stay with you? Please give me an early reply. With warm regards, your affectionate town mouse. Town in the sense city. Okay. So the city mouse wants to go to countryside. Okay. So we'll see what happens, how it is the journey of mouse, the town mouse to the country level. Okay. The country level in the sense to the village level. So, receiving the invitation from the country mouse, the town mouse packed his bags and caught the next train to the countryside. So, after receiving the letter from the town mouse, the country mouse also given an invitation saying that you can come to our place. So, by seeing the invitation, the mouse was packed his own bag and he caught in the sense like he catch the next coming up the train and he went to the countryside. The day was bright and sunny, and soon the town mouse began to feel hot in the train. So in the cities, we feel it is like we will be having cool ACs, coolers, so we don't feel such a hot actually, right? But else in the village, once when the town mouse got down, He felt it was like very sunny. Okay, sunny in the sense like it has a very lot of sun, hot. Okay, so now the town mouse saying, I wish there was an air conditional coach. He said to himself, okay. The town mouse was telling by himself like whether the train used to have air conditional coach or not. I feel very uncomfortable here. The town mouse feels like it is very uncomfortable in the countryside. Okay, so however there were nothing he could do about it. So he grumbled to himself while the train cooked slowly into the country. The country mouse was waiting at the station. By the time the town mouse came, the country mouse was waiting at the station, and they both went to the house. Oh, cousin, the town mouse said as soon as he got off the train. The train was dreadful. I feel terrible hot and thirsty. I hope you have something ice cold for me to bring at home. So, see, as far as in the villages, there will be no ice water or, it is not that cool over there. And this mouse, which came from the town, wants to have some ice cold to drink. Okay, and it is very dreadful journey it has, and a terrible journey it went through. So it was asking for a ice cold water, okay, drinking water. So well, the country mouse is speaking now. Well, I have some water, said the country mouse. Okay, it has only a plain water, it is not having a cold water. But I'll look around for some coconut water if you like. So in the villages, we hardly see the coconut water, but the town mouse was asking about the coconut water. I'm afraid not, replied his cousin. Okay, in the countrysides, like in the villages sides, we don't even find coconut water facility. But I found a very nice piece of fruit today and a tender bit of sugar cane. I'm sure you will enjoy that. Elspeth the cousin replied in a different way, like it is not having such coconut water or ice cooled juices or anything. Rather, it has some root that is and tender bit of sugar cane. So what happens? Let us see. Root. Now the town mouse was like, root, sugarcane. The town mouse exclaimed. It's like, oh no, we can't like that. Okay, but I don't eat raw food like that. This mouse is not ready to eat this raw food, because in the town it used to enjoy all the different kind of food style, and here coming to the village level, it is not that happy to eat this kind of food. The country mouse said, this is what we eat in the country. Okay, in the villages, they only eat vegetables, right? In the same manner, the mouse is only interested to eat the root and the sugar cane in the villages. So I'm afraid you too have to eat this. Try it. It's not bad. The country mouse is saying to the town mouse, saying that it is not that good. It is not that bad. You can try eating this. Now the country mouse did not enjoy his dinner at all, because he's not yet interested to eat such kind of food, such kind of raw food. Okay. He nibbled at the root and the sugar cane and then said he want to sleep. So he was like, okay, and then he said, I'll go for a sleep. The country mouse showed a corner in the mouse hole and said, so now it is time for sleeping. The village mouse said, the country mouse said, he has shown some corner in the mouse hole. He has shown some corner and said him to sleep there. There you can sleep there. So he shown some place and he was asking to lie over there. Now let's see what happens. On the ground, as a town mouse. Do I have to sleep on the ground? So the town mouse is not that interested to sleep on the ground. Yes, the country mouse is like, yes, this is how we sleep in the country. his cousin answered. As the town mouse lay down on the hard, cold ground, he suddenly thought of something. Cousin, he called out. You know, on the floor it will be like different. It is very hard and cold, right? All of a sudden he stood and he was asking to his cousin, "Yes, what is it?" The country mouse asked. Like, I would like to ask him question, and then he said, "Okay, what is that? Why it is so quiet here?" See, the village area is very quiet. Okay, where all the cars and lorries. So they don't in the villages we hardly see cars and lorries moving here and there. The noisy. Okay, where are the radios and the televisions? Where are all the lights? These questions were being asked by the town mouse to the village mouse. Okay, the country mouse. This is how it is in the country, his cousin replied. It's always quiet in the country. Sometimes it is quieter than today. Okay. So sometimes it is really very quieter than today. Like today it might be, I mean, very little noisy, but rather we used to have very quieter days. My grandfather says that our village is the quietest among all the villages in our district. Oh, is it? The country is strange place. So the town mouse is saying like the country place is really strange, said the town mouse. But he said to himself, I don't think I like this place. Now the town mouse is thinking by himself, like, I don't like this place. Next morning, the town mouse found that there was no breakfast ready for him. So his cousin told him that they had to go to the nearby farm in search of food. So what happens? We are all sure to find something here, he said. A nice piece of root or a tender bit of sugarcane. So again the same kind of food. Now what happens? But the town mouse had enough. Thank you, cousin, he said. But I think I would catch the next train home. I have suddenly remembered that I have forgotten something. So he's not interested to live in the countryside, right? So the town mouse decided to catch the next train and leave the place. And after a few days later, the country mouse wrote to his cousin, the town mouse. Here is the letter. See, what did he written? Uh, it's like, my dear cousin, I hope you are all well. I'm worried about you. I would like to visit you and make sure you are all right. With love. So the town mouse have written. Okay, the country mouse was written the letter to the town mouse. So this is the story about the village, like how it will be in the village. We have we have we have looked into the story in a different manner, like about the mouse story. But if you go, nowadays we also find villages are not that difficult, but if you think about the town, it is really, we have a very differences, right? Nowadays it might have a little traffic, but not that traffic that we have in the towns. So that is the difference. And next what happens, the town mouse is going to give an invitation to the country mouse to come to the town. So this is the next story we are going to read now. The town mouse received the letter and read it. Since he was in a hurry, he sent a telegram to the country mouse. Here is a telegram. So he will be sending a telegram saying that please come to our place and see. So we'll enjoy this story a bit later. So the next receiving letter, how the country mouse enjoyed his journey in the town, let us see in my next lesson, in my next coming video. Okay, thank you so much. If you're not yet subscribed, as I said you before, please do subscribe me and follow me to get my notifications. Try to hit the bell icon. Thank you so much. Catch you soon.